Congratulations, friend. You've decided to be an independent artist or creator. But guess what? You ain't got no money in your pocket. And you need to build your aesthetic. I'm going to show you how. I do a lot, so you don't have to. Let's get into it. Listen, friend, building your visual aesthetic is something that every artist, creative, business owner, model, go down the line, you need to have that set up because that's going to attract your potential clientele, supporters, listeners, so on and so forth. You got me? Now, I know what you're saying. Well, I don't have any money for stylists. I don't have any money for social media management. I don't have money for all of that. Guess what? You are the CEO of your brand. So now it's time for you to take a step back and get into that creative bag. Now, I'm going to provide you 3 easy steps on how you can build your visual brand, whether that be on social media or how you look in person, baby. It's very simple, very easy, and it's free. Now, I'm going to actually give you a visual representation of what I'm trying to get you guys to do, okay? And I'm actually going to use 2009 Mystique. So you know I love you. Aww. So I chose this era because, to be honest with you, my current brand and style and visual is a grown-up version of 2009 Mystique. Emo, a lot of color, but a lot of black at the same time. Vampires, 90s R&B, Aaliyah, Beyonce, TLC. You understand what I'm saying? But how did I get there? How did I figure out, what do I want to look like? And I promise you, y'all, it was experimental. But I did it all so you don't have to. Number 1, curate your visual landscape. Now, that's just a fancy way of saying, let's get that vision board out. A lot of people, they overlook the vision board because you think, oh, it's arts and crafts. No, let's get digital with this thing. I'm going to show you mine. Let's get started with the basics, shall we? So here are my reference pictures, okay? If you're seeing what I'm seeing here, I'm going to look at these pictures and give it 3 to 4 words. Now, knowing who I was at that time, I can kind of go off the top of my head, but you guys may have to look a little deeper. Dig a little deeper. To find out who you are, I guess. Don't copyright me. No. 4 words. I'm going to go with emo, 90s style. I'm going to put those together. 90s style, vampire or vamptress, and then neon. Now you're going to say, how does this help me? I figured out these words. How does this help me? I don't know what to do with that. Guess what? Part 2 of number 1. We're going to our free tools. And of course, you can use Old Faithful. Google, type in the 4 words that you think about and go to images and see what pops up. But the best free site to do this would be Pinterest. No, this is not sponsored yet, but there's no gatekeeping here. If it's free for me, it's free for you. So I'm going to type in my 4 words into Pinterest. I'm going to look through these images and see, I like this image. I like this image. I like this image. Now take 2 of the words, put them together and type that in and see what images you see there. Now you're going to start seeing different patterns of what you're looking for your aesthetic. Now you save those and now you get on Canva. Canva is also what? Exactly. Now you're going to go in, sign into your Canva account, and create your vision board. Okay? Electronically. There's no glue needed. Now you're going to sit there and look through it and see, what is the color palette? So that takes me into part number 2. Number 2. Now you're in the experimental playground. What does that mean? That means you're taking what you're learning, what you're seeing here, and say, okay, this celebrity, this picture, what are the common themes that you see in each picture? Is it an eyeliner? Are there colors? Is it grays? Is it all warm tones? Is it cool tone? Now your bolder or darker colors, I like to put those in the background, whether that be for YouTube thumbnails, whether that be for quotes on your Instagram, whether that be for your clothing, starting off with your base as the darkest color. I like to start off with black as you see here and then build on top of that. Are you getting my drift? Are you following where I'm going with this? I hope so. Now, once you put your color palette together, think about all of your images here. What are some symbols? What are some celebrities? What are some ideas that you think about when you look at your color palette, your reference photos, as well as your new photos that you found? I'll call it experimental playground because it gives you the opportunity to play and see what works for you and what doesn't work for you. Now, everything doesn't work for everybody, and we know that, but this is the time to figure that out and seek a little bit of constructive criticism. Now, some folks are just haters, but be mindful of that. Don't worry. You know when somebody's being a hater. But to those who you know have your back and want to see you succeed, ask them, how do you feel about this? When you look at this, what words do you see? What is that giving you? And they will let you know. They will let you know. I get people all the time like, I love this aesthetic. Keep doing this. Do what you got to do. Like, girl, I like when you went back. And it's up to you to take their advice or not, but it'll give you an idea of what people are thinking, what they're seeing when they're looking at your brand, just like you are. Now, we can say a lot of times that we don't care what anybody thinks, but guess what? Your consumer buys your product. And even if you don't have a specific product to sell, you are the product, you are the brand. So yes, you do care what people think because they will be buying your product. Are you going to obsess over what people think? No, but that's another video for another day. Now let's get to number 3. Yeah. And number 3, I promise you're going to be excited about number 3. Analyze your existing work. Let's look at the content that you already have. What professional pictures or even pictures on your iPhone that you've taken and it's still high quality, does that match your brand? Or can you edit it a certain way to make it fit your brand? Do you have videos of you at a photo shoot or at the studio? Everything in your phone is content. Everything on your camera is content. Number 3 is sifting through everything that you have and pinpointing the things that match where you're heading. Because what you'll find is that what you're doing is similar to what you've already done. Look through your current content. It's there. I promise you. You will find it. And if everything is just disgusting to you and you're starting from scratch, that's okay too. But I promise you, you'll at least find 2 to 3 videos, 2 to 3 pictures that you can build off of that will match where you're heading. Now I know what you're saying. Mystique, you make it sound so easy. Girl, it's not that easy, but it is. And I'm saying that with confidence because not only have I done that for myself and built my own brand from the ground up, I've done multiple music videos, multiple projects, and for each one of those projects, I have a vision board, PowerPoint, presentation. Canva is the best. You can build your brand as simple as taking the time and sifting through what's available to you, what's free for you, starting with that visual, what you want to look like, what you want your brand to look like. When people go to your social media, your website, what do you want them to take away from that experience? And go from there. It is that simple. Now, there are hard things as we move along in this independent artist creative journey. But bare minimum, we can start here. Let me know if you have any questions, any concerns, any comments. Do you have anything that you would like to add on to the list of things you can do to build your visual aesthetic? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear what you have to say. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on absolutely everything. The Musical Mystique. That's MYSTIQUE. I do everything so you don't have to. There's new videos here every single week. I look forward to seeing you on the next one. Signing out.